What were your impressions of the club from outside? You knew it was upwardly mobile and progressive. Is it everything you'd hoped it would be?
Yeah, I think so. I think for the most part, I think obviously you see the journey it's been on since, for a long time now, and the progression, and even when the managers changed, and you can normally tell how well a club's run. If a manager's changing, that continuity happens. It's seamless. There's some of the signings that are coming in, and big players going out, and big transfer fees coming in, but still managing to keep that level and up in that level, and bringing those players through, playing a great style of football. It just seemed like everything was managed the right way.
Did it feel like a big leap to you? A sort of challenge to make this change at this point in your career?
Yeah, I think changing club is always difficult, for sure. It's a lot further south than I'm used to. So that's obviously one thing. The further south before this was obviously Birmingham, so that's a big change.
Swindon on loan?
Swindon on loan, yeah, for a month. But I think we had quite a few games in that month up in Yorkshire anyway, actually. So, I spent more time up north. But yeah, that's right. But people have been telling me how good the weather is for years and years down here, and I'm not sure. It hasn't been as good as people have said. So, but everyone keeps telling me how bad it's been this summer. So I'll let them off there. But yeah, no, it's been great. The club's fantastic. The lads have been amazing in terms of making me feel at home and welcome straight away, very early. Which is a great sign of obviously a great dressing room. And I wasn't fit at the start when I come in as well, so that was difficult. I was watching training from the outside to make sure I understood both how we played, but also the lads, how their personalities are on the training field, and some people obviously, how can you help them? Some people react in different ways and things like that. So getting a feel for the lads, and then obviously pre-season always helps when you're away with the boys for a period of time, and together in a hotel and stuff like that, you get to know the boys. So that was a really important time. But it's a great bunch of people down here, and that's one of the biggest difficulties when you leave a club. The people have been around at Liverpool for so long, and that's the thing you miss. To feel as comfortable as I have, as quick, I think has helped that I'm a bit older and I've done it a few times for sure, and maybe you don't feel as conscious about yourself. But the people have obviously been great and helped me with that.
The life itself, I mean, you've got the sea in front of you and the downs behind you. Have you settled into the Brighton life?
Yeah, it's a lovely part of the world. Like you say, fantastic. Managed to play a bit of golf. Managed to go for a few walks with the family here and there, and it's a beautiful part of the world. And like I say, when the weather's good, the weather is definitely better and warmer. There's a few times where you felt like you're in Spain or something. So yeah, I am enjoying it for sure, and it's probably harder for other people understanding my accent, to be honest, rather than the other way around. But I'm enjoying it.
I was going to ask you about that because we've got this mutual friend, Kevin Sinfield. I wrote his autobiography with him, and in that, the great rugby league hero, and in that he talks about Yorkshire people and how direct they are. And he played for Leeds Rhinos, and he said they don't mess around, they don't spare your feelings. If you don't like it, that's your problem, it's their problem, not yours. Is the communication style different down here?
Potentially. I think it's like you say, it's probably harder for other people to get to know me. I think probably early on, if I'm quite direct or something, maybe early on they don't know what you're about, so they might be like, oh. But I think once they get to know me, I might make a joke and be straight faced, and I think that they know, I'm most of the time taking the mick and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, you want to come in and you want to help in every way you can on the field, off the field, and use your experience. And I'll always give my opinion and try and help where I can. And if that's through a rocket every now and then to the lads, or if it's an arm round, you have to judge it right and try do it and try get that right. But I just want to contribute as much as I can, both on and off the field.
Yeah, I mean, when you walk into a club with 3 Premier League titles and a Champions League medal, and do you have to kind of temper that somehow? Because there must be a temptation to say, look, let's do it this way, not that way, and have a more influence quickly than you really should be having, given that you're a new player. Do you have to rein it in a bit?
Yes and no. I think things are very good here, so it's not like you go into a place where it's terrible and the gap, from where you've been is huge. There's some things which are better here, and there's some things which could be slightly better, and we try and improve. But I'd probably never temper it too much because, that's what you're here to do. You want to push everyone around you. You want to push yourself. I'd never say anything or ask anyone to do anything I wouldn't do myself. And you want the club to be in the best possible place. And if you see something that can be improved, it's best to say. And then it's the club's decision whether they want to take that road or not. But I think it's important that people give their opinion. It's for the best intentions of the club and the team and the progression. So, I think I'm comfortable that people know it's been in the right way and you're just trying to help and improve things. And, I'll always try to do that. You're always striving to be the best you can every single day, and every little area of the club and the team and things we do and things I do, how can you improve it every day? And obviously being at a club for so long and the way they do things, I have to have an open mind as well of trying new things, and I have a way that I've done it for so long. I try this, the way that's been offered as well, and then you make your decision on that. So it's important. And one of the big attractions to me coming here as well was, keep learning and keep improving, and to play under a manager like the manager here at this stage of my career, that was a big thing as well, wanting to learn from him. But coming into a new club as well, it's difficult, but it's great to see how different clubs do it. And I've done it this way, but can I add this little bit to it? Can I add this little bit to it? And that's what I've tried to do my whole career, look at other players, how they do things, and can I take 1-2% from what they do and put it into my own game to help, how they prepare, how they recover, little things they might do to make themselves better.
When you joined, everybody said, oh, well, James Milner will be brilliant at game management, which you are, but you're offering more than just game management, aren't you?
Hopefully. That's the plan. But yeah, I mean, I'm prepared to do whatever's needed for the team. So, I obviously have a preference where I'd like to play, but if the manager wants to play me midfield, wants to play me right back, left back, wing, wherever it is, I'm here, like I said before, to contribute on off the field. So whatever's needed to help the team, I'm prepared to do it. And, I just want to play football. You want to play as much football as you can. You want to contribute on the field and whatever's needed, because obviously the jump for this club and this team this year going into Europe, it is a massive change from playing one game a week. And, like I said before, the whole squad's going to be needed to be successful.
And it wasn't a big jump in terms of playing style, was it? There are some similarities between Liverpool and Brighton, aren't there, in the way they go about it? Yeah,
some similarities, some differences, obviously, and that's the biggest thing. Obviously, when you've done something under one manager, which I was at Liverpool 8 years, but under Jurgen for 7.5. When there is differences, it's not always easy in the speed of the game. You have a natural thing you've done for so long, which is that style of play or defending or set pieces. You have to try and change that, which isn't always easy, and it will take time. But the more you do it in training and the attention to detail we go into in training here and with the manager and the coaches, that'll obviously help you as much as possible. But again, it's important that is the things that you can help to bring in, little suggestions here and there. And if it's taken, if it's not, it doesn't matter. But again, it's how can we be the best possible team? And it's a very good team anyway you're coming into, so it's a great place to be. And if you can add 1 or 2% here and there, then fantastic.
It's not really contrived to say that there are a couple of similarities between Jurgen Klopp and Roberto De Zerbi, is it? In terms of their inspirational qualities, their ability to manage people, push people, hold people to account. But that extra spark of charisma, they both got that, haven't they? Yeah,
for sure. I think they're both genuine people. I think sometimes, people in front of cameras can be very different to how they are behind closed doors. I think they're both very approachable. I think you could go to them with anything. They're both very passionate, desperate to win, bounce around the technical area and show their emotions. And, I think that's important. I think it shows, they're on your side, they're willing you to win, they're trying to, they want to be out there, they want to make that tackle with you, they want to, run that last yard, and I think that's nice to see. Everyone has their own management style, but I think as a player, when you know that the manager's that desperate for you to do well, and he's bouncing around and he's passionate and he's desperate for his players to do well, I think that's an important thing to see.
And both kind of immensely positive in their style of play. They want to go after the opposition, don't they? They want to get on with the game. They want to be busy, intense. That's that's the best way to play, isn't it? For a player, it's the most fun, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I think obviously, if you're playing in a style of play which is, a bit behind the ball and counter-attack football and a lot of running side to side defensively and being tight, and, we are in a results business, and at times, in certain teams and in certain games, you might have to do that. But as a play, you want to have the ball as much as possible. That's why we all play the game, to have the ball and defensively, then can you win it back as soon as possible? And obviously that's an important part, but that's the way, players like to play football. And, some of the football that the team played last year and that we've started this year, I'm sure it's great to watch for the fans, but it's also enjoyable to be part of as well.